Hi everyone, my name is Ezequiel, production engineer here at Woco Imaging, and today we have the Basler Ace 2 Pro series camera, and we're going to be pairing that with a copy tar lens. We're going to be exclusively showcasing some of the features on the Pro series line, and that's compression beyond, pixel beyond, and PGI. So let's go ahead and get started. To set up compression beyond, we're going to go to image format control, and then scroll down all the way to image compression mode. We're going to keep it off. That way we can just see what frames per second we're getting right now. We're going to start our acquisition. As you can see, we're at 29.3 frames per second. So now we're going to go ahead and stop our acquisition of the camera. And then now we're going to go ahead and turn on compression beyond. We're going to go into fixed ratio for our rate option. We're going to move it down to 70. Just type in 70, and then now we're going to go ahead and start our acquisition. Now, as you can see, we are getting 32.4 frames per second, and the reason why we're getting that is because this feature allows you to compress image data output by the camera. So compressing the image data may lower the camera's bandwidth and is also able to increase its frames per second. Now for the Pixel Beyond feature, we're going to be imaging a small LED. And to turn on the feature, since we do have a color camera in this demo, we have to change our pixel format. So to do that, we have to go to image format control, go to pixel format and change RGB 8. And you only have to do this if you have a color camera. If you have a mono version of the Pro series, you can skip this step. Next up, we're going to go ahead and search up scaling factor, and then scroll a little bit down, and you're going to see that scaling factor has to be, says pixel beyond. Here we're going to change it to about the midway point. I believe max point is 2.8. Once we do that and we start our acquisition, we can actually see that there's not much of a change in our resolution. It still looks pretty the same. Now we're going to go ahead and save this image as pixel beyond on. That way we can compare them with a pixel beyond off image. Now that we have it saved, we're going to go ahead and turn off our acquisition, change this back to 1 on our scaling factor, and then we're going to go back into our image format control and change our pixel format to Bayer RG8. Once again, we're going to go ahead and save this image as pixel beyond off. That way we can kind of compare the two files. And then while that's being saved up, what I did want to add is that in pixel beyond, the camera combines pixel values of neighboring pixels, and then this effectively reduces the resolution without actually changing the field of view or losing clarity on the image. Here we have the two files, their properties opened. As you can see, if you go to details on the pixel beyond off, you get the full resolution of the camera at 4000 by 3000 pixels and the pixel beyond ratio of 1.75, which is 2700 by 2000. Now that we are going to do PGI, we just have to make sure our demosaying mode is set to auto. So as you can see, we're just going to type in demosaying. It's right there in the image processing control. Confirm it's set on auto, and then we'll leave it alone. Next up, as mentioned before, we have a color camera of the Ace 2 Pro. We're going to make sure our pixel format is set to RGB 8. And once that's set, we are going to see imaging on the right side of bond wires from a CMOS sensor. To turn on sharpness, we're just going to go ahead and type in sharpness in our search bar. Under image processing control, we can see sharpness enhancement. We're going to slowly increase it to 2, and then we're going to hit acquisition start. As you can see on our right side, our image was able to see more clarity, more sharpness. So we're going to go ahead and save that. That way we can compare it to when our sharpness was off to our sharpness was at value number 2. And now when we compare both images, We pull them side to side. On our left side we have PGI off, and then on our right side we have PGI on with our sharpness at value number 2. You can see a lot more detail and sharpness in our sensor as well as our bond wires. To change the noise, right under sharpness enhancement, we're going to go ahead and increase it. And once we increase it and we hit start acquisition, we can see that all the noise in our image goes away. So as you can see, once we hit play, we see that noise goes away. And the thing is that you can actually change your noise and your sharpness until you find that desired image that you like, that works best for your application. And once you find that sweet spot, just go ahead and save it. And then once again, we're going to compare it side to side, so you can see with noise fully on and sharpness enhancement fully on as well. Setting the two images side to side, on our left side we have PGI off, and our right side we have PGI on with the sharpness and noise reduction set at max. You can see that the clarity and the noise is very, very minimal. You're able to see more detail, especially on the actual sensor as well as the bond wires. This is a great feature on the Pro Series models of the Ace 2s.